What's up, everybody? Truth Seeker here. And before getting into the story, I'm just giving you a little more update on what's been going on with my YouTube channel. And I still have no word from YouTube. It's still 100% fully demonetized. So if you can, please hit the tip jar up. It is literally the only support that I am getting right now. And thank you, everybody, so much that has already contributed, because every bit helps out so much. All right, but now on to the story. It says, one Republican congressman from New York asked a question many others, including President Trump, have been left wondering. Why does FBI agent Peter Strzok still have a job with the Bureau? It's a very good question. Peter Strzok should not be employed at the FBI as a water boy, let alone as an FBI agent, wrote Representative Lee Zeldin on Thursday. Why does he still have a job at the Bureau? This tarnishes the great reputation of the amazing patriots up and down the ranks at the FBI, who actually pursue justice objectively and responsibly. Peter Strzok's overt anti-Trump bias became public knowledge last year when Robert Mueller was forced to remove him from his role in the Russia probe after messages between Strzok and a former Bureau lawyer, Lisa Page, with whom he was having an affair, came to light. I mean, I don't know how much more clear it has to be to actually see the bias here. And they're trying to say that it didn't reflect any political motivation to do what they do at all, even though it seems like that's the key factors to almost every single one of these text messages, doesn't it? They was worried about Trump winning and Hillary losing. That sounds pretty political to me.
The DOJ released its long-awaited internal review, as written by the department's inspector general, and it's packed with information. In a few minutes, Donald Trump Jr. will join us to respond to it. But first, what is in the report? Well, the document is more than 500 pages long, and parts of it are complex. And yet, within minutes of its release, the hairspray geniuses of cable news had it neatly summarized for the rest of us. It was a tough day for the FBI, they said, but here's the bottom line. A months-long investigation found no evidence that political bias played any role in this high-profile criminal investigation. That's almost verbatim what they said on the other channels we watched. And they repeated it nearly word for word at the top of every hour all day long, almost like a talking point, which of course is what it was. Keep this in mind. If you're looking to understand what's actually happening in this country, always assume the opposite of whatever they're telling you on the big news stations. And that's certainly the case here. They're lying. In fact, today's IG report is a virtual catalog of political bias and abuse of power. It is true that investigators found no evidence at all that Jim Comey was trying to sabotage Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. No surprise there. Comey is a partisan Democrat, as he has explained repeatedly on his book tour. The bias, and there was a lot of it, was against Donald Trump and his campaign. And there's an enormous amount of that on display in this report. Trump is a loathsome human, FBI lawyer Lisa Page wrote to her boyfriend, FBI official Peter Strzok. He is an idiot. Awful, an enormous douche, a disaster. He simply cannot be president. He's not ever going to become president, right? Right, she wrote to Strzok at one point. No, Strzok replied. No, he won't. We'll stop it. Keep in mind, these are the people running the investigations into Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton in the middle of a presidential race. It's almost unbelievable. But you know what's even more unbelievable? Peter Strzok still works at the FBI. The man who promised to stop a presidential candidate from getting elected is still collecting a salary at our most powerful law enforcement agency. If you're looking for evidence of political bias, there you have it. And if you don't believe it, imagine this headline, for example, say 10 years ago. Barack Obama simply cannot become president. We will stop him, wrote FBI agent Peter Strzok, who still works at the Bureau. Can you imagine? No, he'd be fired immediately. First Amendment be damned. And by the way, Strzok and Page were not alone. They're not even the standout cases in this report. The document quotes another FBI attorney wondering, quote, what I could have done differently to stop Donald Trump's election as president. That same official later describes himself as part of the anti-Trump resistance. For some reason, the DOJ is hiding that lawyer's name from the public. We do know he served on the Mueller team until February of this year. Of course he did. And there's a lot more in the report, hundreds of pages of it. It turns out Jim Comey used a personal email account to conduct government business, just like the woman he was in the process of investigating for doing the same thing. Irony alert. Hillary's secret server, by the way, it did indeed have classified information on it, and some of that information was obtained by a foreign intelligence service, at least one. Remember we suggested that very thing and they scoffed derisively? Well, it turns out it's true, like so much. The report goes on to reveal that FBI agents routinely took bribes from journalists in return for leaking information. People have gone to jail for things like that in Washington, but of course no one at FBI was seriously penalized for it. It goes on like this. The FBI is out of control. The current director, Chris Wray, acknowledged as much today at a press conference. Luckily, Wray has a solution. Going forward, he said, FBI employees will receive professional anti-bias training. Now, that might not make the criminal investigations less corrupt, but it will definitely bring a heightened sense of sensitivity to questions of transgender bathrooms and toxic masculinity. So that might make you feel better.
I think the even crazier part about this is the IG report is actually saying that Comey was not politically motivated, interfering with the Hillary email investigation. Are you kidding me? How could anybody come to that conclusion? It's just totally insane. And the funny part about all this is the people actually see all through this. We see everything. This smokescreen doesn't even work for us. So, I mean, I don't even understand them even trying to basically make that their punchline at the end of the joke here. Because that's pretty much calling everybody in the world an idiot. And this still isn't even the last of it. I mean, this was just the IG report for that. So don't let the lib media make you think it's all over, because, I mean, this is nothing still. There's actually still way more stuff to come out. But I think we actually have what we need. We have all the proof that we need now. And we, the people, know exactly what to do if justice will not be served. We all know. But what do you guys think about all this? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. And please hit up my tip jar if you can. YouTube fully demonetized me, and I don't know what's going on with that. It's seeming like pretty slim chances now of getting remonetized back with them. So I'm not even counting those eggs anymore. But thank you, everybody, for supporting my channel. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and comment below, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace! And don't forget to click the notification bell.